Right, to find rate of change, which is the same thing as slope, we just need to take our 2 points. So we have our change in y, and we have our change in x. So this is our change in those, and all we have to do is put them over each other, because that's what slope is, change in y over change of x. So if I take 156 and minus 78 over 4 minus 2, if I subtract those, I get 78 over 2, which that change is 78 divided by 2 is 39. So my rate of change is 39. And then I can do the same thing between these two and these two. So if I take 234, subtract 156, and I put it over 6 minus 4, I get 78 also over 2, which is the same thing as 39. So this is what's called a constant rate of change. So now we can compare rates of change. So we have our y values as being the attendance and our x values being the years. So we want to know how much it's changing from 2000, 2002, and 2002 to 2004. So let's do the first one. So 2002, being that's the x values, I'm putting that on the bottom. So 2002 minus 2000. And then I'm going to put my x values, which is 324, and I'm going to minus the 317, which gives me 7 over 2, which we can change to a decimal if we want to as 3.5. Now if we do the other year, 2002, 2004, we have 325 minus 324 over the 2004 to 2002 years. Notice this is the change of y over the change of x, and when I get 1 over 2, which is 0.5. So what does this really mean? What does these numbers mean? Well, it's going up 3.5 million new visitors from 2000 to 2002, and then it increased another 500,000 from 2002 to 2004. So these x values or y values are the attendance. So it's increased because the line's going up each of those years, and we can figure out what it was from 2004 to 2006 if we wanted to. Now a constant rate of change proves if we have what's called a line. If it's not consistent, and if you look back at the last problem, the line went up, but then it changed and then it went up. So if it's constant, then all you have to do is subtract these two, and it's been done for you right here. And if the numbers are all the same, it's constant, that means we have a straight line. Now, if they end up being different, so if you look how it's 1, then 2, then 1, then 2, it is not constant, and that means we do not have a straight line. We have something like this. So if we did a graph, it would look something like, oh, then this, then this. It breaks. Where if you look at this one would be a constant straight line. And that's the difference between the two. So all you have to do is find the rate of change and see if you have the same number or different numbers.